Welcome to a thrilling journey into the world of ethical hacking. In the vast universe of cyberspace, ethical hackers are the superheroes using their skills not for nefarious deeds, but to safeguard systems from malicious threats. Ethical hacking is the practice of legally breaking into systems to discover potential vulnerabilities that a malicious hacker could exploit. The ultimate aim, to secure systems and make them impenetrable fortresses against cyber attacks. Now let's dive into the step-by-step process of ethical hacking using Kali Linux. The first step in ethical hacking is information gathering. As we delve into the world of ethical hacking, it's vital to understand that information is power. The more you know about your target, the higher your chances of successfully testing the system's security. Two primary tools used in this initial phase are Network Mapper, or Nmap, and reconnaissance tools like Reconnaissance or the Harvester. Picture this. Nmap is akin to a flashlight in a dark room. It illuminates the system's structure, revealing open doors, or in technical terms, open ports. By using Nmap, ethical hackers can perform a comprehensive scan to discover these open ports in a target system. It's as simple as entering Nmap EE1 1000, followed by the target IP. This command instructs Nmap to scan from port 1 to 1000 on the specified target. It's a quick and efficient way to initiate the information gathering process, but why stop there? While Nmap provides a solid foundation, using reconnaissance tools like Reconnaissance or the Harvester can take your information gathering to the next level. These tools are designed to collect more detailed information about the target, such as emails associated with the domain, social media accounts, and even potential subdomains. It's like using a magnifying glass to closely inspect the target system, unveiling details that might have been overlooked during the initial Nmap scan. Think of Recon-NG and the Harvester as your trusted detectives, diligently collecting clues that can guide you towards the target's vulnerabilities. Deploying these tools is straightforward. For instance, to use the Harvester, you just need to specify the target domain and the data source, and it gets to work, scouring the internet for information related to the target. By combining the power of Nmap and these reconnaissance tools, you can amass a wealth of information about the target system, setting the stage for the next step in the ethical hacking process. With the information gathered, we move to the next step, banner grabbing. Banner grabbing helps us understand the services running on our target's open ports. It's like knocking on a door to see who answers. And what they reveal can tell us a lot about the system behind that door. Now, how do we get those answers? We use tools like Telnet, Netcat, and Curl. Telnet, an old-school protocol, allows us to connect to a remote host and communicate with it. We simply input Telnet, followed by the target IP and the open port number. Netcat, often dubbed the Swiss Army knife of networking tools, functions similarly. Just type NCV, then your target IP and open port. Curl, on the other hand, is a bit more versatile. It can communicate with different types of servers and retrieve information. To use it, type curl, your target IP, and then the port. Now that we have the banners, we can identify vulnerabilities in the system. Identifying vulnerabilities is the core of ethical hacking. In this phase, we turn to OpenVAS, a robust tool that is highly effective in vulnerability scanning. OpenVAS stands for Open Vulnerability Assessment System. It's like a radar scanning the digital landscape for potential security loopholes that can be exploited. To use OpenVAS, you'll first need to install it on your Kali Linux machine. Once installed, run the OpenVAS command in the terminal. This command launches the OpenVAS suite, giving you access to its comprehensive set of tools. OpenVAS works by sending out probes to your target system, looking for any potential weak spots. It does so by running various tests based on known vulnerabilities in its database. The key is to interpret the results correctly. OpenVAS provides a detailed report categorizing vulnerabilities based on their severity. With this information in hand, you're well equipped to take the next step in your ethical hacking journey. After identifying vulnerabilities, we can now exploit them. Exploitation is the process of using identified vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access. In this key stage of our ethical hacking journey, we turn to the Metasploit framework. This powerful toolset is a treasure trove for cybersecurity enthusiasts, renowned for its versatility in developing, testing, and deploying exploit code. Picture a locksmith crafting a master key. That's what we're doing here, but in a digital sense. We're using Metasploit to create a unique key that can unlock our target system's vulnerabilities. This is done through a series of modules that each cater to specific tasks within the exploitation process. From auxiliary modules which perform scanning to exploit modules which target specific vulnerabilities and payload modules which define the actions taken post-exploitation, Metasploit is a comprehensive toolkit for ethical hacking. Remember, our goal here is not to cause harm, but to identify and rectify vulnerabilities. Once we gain access, we move to the post-exploitation phase. Post-exploitation involves activities after gaining access to the compromised system. Now that we've gained access, the real fun begins. This is where we use a tool called Metapreter. Metapreter is a special type of shell that gives us control over the compromised system. Here's how it works. Once we've exploited a vulnerability using the Metasploit framework, we can drop into a Metapreter session. This isn't your regular command shell. It's an advanced, dynamically extensible payload that uses in-memory DLL injection stages and is extended over the network at runtime. Sounds complicated, right? But in layman's terms, it's like having a remote control to the compromised system. We can use Metapreter to do a multitude of things. It allows us to explore the target system, run commands, pivot to other systems, and even capture screenshots. It's a powerful tool that allows us to interact with the system in a stealthy and flexible way. But what if we want more? What if we want to escalate our privileges on the system? That's where tools like Lininum and Wininum come into play. These are scripts that automate the process of checking for common paths to privilege escalation on both Linux and Windows systems, respectively. Imagine being an undercover agent who has just infiltrated a secure facility. You've managed to get past the guards and the security systems, but now you want to get into the control room. That's what privilege escalation is all about, getting access to the highest level of controls. With Lininum and Wininum, we can check for misconfigurations, unpatched software, and other potential weak points that could allow us to increase our privileges. Think of it as looking for a hidden door or a secret passage in that secure facility. Now we have the keys to the kingdom. We're in control. But our work isn't done yet. We need to ensure that we maintain this level of access for future use. After escalating privileges, we need to establish a backdoor for maintaining access. But that's a story for another scene. Maintaining access and covering tracks are crucial for an ethical hacker. When your mission is complete, it's essential to ensure that your access to the target system remains intact, should you need to return for additional data or analysis. This is where Netcat comes in handy. Netcat is a computer networking utility that reads and writes data across network connections using the TCP/IP protocol. By establishing a backdoor with Netcat, you create a secret path allowing you to return to the system undetected by conventional means. It's like leaving a window slightly ajar, just enough for you to slip in and out without raising the alarm. But leaving a window open isn't enough. You must also erase your footprints. Covering tracks is an art form in ethical hacking, a dance of shadows and deception. Tools like Logrotate can be your dance partner in this intricate ballet. Logrotate is designed to ease administration of systems that generate large numbers of log files. It allows automatic rotation, compression, removal, and mailing of log files, helping you to cover your tracks effectively. Sometimes, though, you need to get your hands dirty. Manual removal of logs, while tedious, can be a necessary step. This involves directly accessing and altering the system logs, deleting any trace of your activities. And that, folks, wraps up the step-by-step process of ethical hacking. Let's summarize what we've learned today. We embarked on an intriguing journey into the world of ethical hacking with Kali Linux, beginning with information gathering. We utilized Nmap for port scanning and tools like ReconAng or the Harvester for reconnaissance. Moving forward, we delved into banner grabbing, employing Telnet, Netcat, and curl to connect to open ports and retrieve banners. From there, our focus shifted to vulnerability scanning with OpenVS, a potent scanner for potential weaknesses. We then entered the realm of exploitation, employing the versatile Metasploit framework for developing, testing, and using exploit code. In the aftermath of exploitation, we explored post-exploitation activities with Metapreter, followed by privilege escalation using Lininum or Wininum. We also discussed maintaining access through Netcat backdoors and concluded with the crucial step of covering our tracks by clearing logs. Remember, ethical hacking is about securing systems and not exploiting them for malicious purposes. Stay curious, stay ethical.